So thank you everybody so much from the Korra community for coming by Caesar's Calls. Excited to host these guys. And as I said, had an absolute blast with Carnage, Different, and Ricky last night on the Kid and Walt Thursday edition. So first time I was on that space and these guys brought the noise. And, after the space wrapped up, the community was still popping. These guys pushed a new all-time high of 3.8 million, actually pushed over 4 million even later in the degen hours after I jumped off Telegram. So that was great to see. And I love the narrative here with what Korra is all about. So again, you can kind of find that tweet from 2020. Raj Gokul's hanging out with his friend Victor Bunin and their dogs, Myro, who again we've seen since launch in November, kind of take the space by storm. Well, here comes Korra, Myro's real life best friend or play pal. And again, I love that you guys have kind of peeled back the layers on this one, tried to find depth to the narrative. And this kind of reminds me of, what we saw with the whole Pepe lore and Dork Lord and some of those narratives that came after, but added to what the story was and kind of supported that overall narrative. So I like how you guys, again, didn't just go the route of kind of copy and paste, but actually tried to develop and add to the story and that lore that's being created right now with, the narrative of Raj Gokul's Myro and now Korra. So Fire community, chart's been looking great, less than 10 days old. Carnage hasn't been sleeping. He's been pushing it so hard. So guys, just, if you haven't checked out the community, make sure you do take some time. They're very active. Their Twitter is on fire. So again, make sure you're doing your research, you're paying attention throughout the AMA, kind of what the team is breaking down for you in terms of engagement plan, what's to come. But for 10 days old, you guys have done a great job. The community metrics on the engagement, like I'll say it again, I'll say it 5 more times throughout the AMA, really, really strong. And that's what you want to see in those early stages because you can't control the chart, but what you can control is how active your community is. So, with that being said, I'll pass you guys the mic and really excited to jump into more of what Korra is building here.
Yeah, thanks, Maurice. Man, you and Buck, appreciate you guys even having us on the stage. I am a part of your guys' YouTube group, so I already know nothing in this group gets shilled unless it's watched over, it's fine-tooth comb, analyzed, right? So it's a pleasure to be here because we have nothing but transparency. My name's Different, and you can call me D4, you can call me Don't Front, it doesn't matter. I've been in this space for about 5 years. I started off in the NFT realm and started as a builder, then quickly moved over to a community member because I love rallying the troops. And I love just giving my skill set and expertise of client-facing communications. And I push it forth with communities and rally the troops. So it's been really fun so far. I've worked with the likes of OXS and Grumpy Cat. I've hosted big spaces for Pepe before because I was a day 2 Pepe buyer. So I have lots of experience getting in front of crowds. So it's probably no surprise for people that I feel a little comfortable with this, but it's even easier that I can speak on factual things that this community is doing. And I'm really, really bullish on this. As far as my Web 2 background, I produce music. I've been producing music for over 20 plus years, worked in, with the likes of Icon Network and have worked on many songs with E40. I've done stuff for Lupe Fiasco. The list goes on. That's cool stuff, but we're in Web 3. So let's get to it with Korra. As you guys know, as you guys have been seeing, we've been doing a lot of damage when it comes to outreach, right? And I have to tell you, like, Carnage doesn't like to take all the credit for this, but we give him his flowers as much as we can because he really chose a narrative and a story with this that is very tangible, right? And when I say tangible, what I mean is that he picked a narrative where it's true, right? Like Korra is a real life dog, and it's Victor Bunin's dog. It's the Coinbase cloud specialist who is best friends or good friends with Raj Gokul, right? So there's a lot of layers there. Like you said, Maurice, like it's like an onion, right? We're peeling back these layers as we go along. And so shout outs to you, Carnage. I know you don't like to take, big credit for that, but it is your baby and it was your idea and your inception and you did come up with it with your, current dev team. So it's been really, really cool and refreshing to see how we've been coming together and not just taking this narrative and just like relying on, Victor Bunin Brennan to tweet or Raj Gokul to tweet, but taking it in our own and really caring for Korra like it's our baby, right? Controlling the floor and controlling the narrative and the communication, right? Everybody is pushing forth their skill set to really see this project succeed, right? So I mean, I'll get to the facts, right, first, and then we'll get to the holistics, right? Facts, really, right? This community and with Carnage, right, leading the way, has spent over $100,000 in marketing in the last 8 days, right? Crazy. Soul trending every single day, 24 hours. So again, shout outs to Carnage, man. He is really pulling out all the stops for this, and the marketing has been insane, right? Insane. And you guys got to understand, like, when you have a CT, person like Carnage pushing and really, sacrificing all of himself to really push this forth, who notices, right? His buddies do. And friends support friends. So it's really cool to see that CT is organically backing Carnage. So we have, Stecky, Hanak, we got, Coco and Pinky, I know Caesar, you've been watching us, Maurice and Buck. And we also gave a nice presentation to N and KK, which is a really high level, private group of folks that like you with Caesar calls, doesn't just take any project in just to listen, right? You guys do your due diligence and fine comb tooth analyze things. So we really been tapping into a lot of Carnage's network and showcasing and showing out and showing them what we're about, right? But more importantly, the core community has been tapping into their own networks as well. And that's the cool thing. And when you have community working together with the community leader and all the admins and the mods and things, you see the power of what we can do. So this chart is looking like a boxing match, of course, right? You got this back and forth. I think we survived, not even survived, we thrived through two 200 soul cells this morning, like bounce back, and now we're at all-time high. That is the power of community, because they don't see dips as dips, they see it as opportunities, and that's where we're at. So back to the facts. Soul trending, obviously, that's, I said 24 hours, got true trend trending. I think we've trended on Bird Eye, we've trended on Dex Tools, Dex Screener, anything that you guys can think of, Reddit, Twitter. We're pretty much number one when it comes to getting this word out, right? We're just trending all day, every day, because the VC is open, over 50 plus participants at a time, right? 24/7. If you were to / admin list in our TG, I mean, it's like a fucking CVS receipt. Like, it's just thick. It's a long fucking receipt of people who are looking after this whole community, right? Carnage, you want to say something?
No, I just wanted to laugh because of what you said.
No,
it really looks like a receipt.
Dude. It does. It looks like a big. And all of them are active. They're shielding. They're rating. They're answering questions. I mean, this is the most fucking active community I've been in for a long time. And I hate to keep referencing this project only because it was a Black Swan event, right? We know how big Pepe was when they did their thing back in April, May, right? It was absolutely bonkers. Everybody in CT was involved in that. I don't care who you were. You were either speaking about it, or you were supporting the chart, or you were in Telegram.
That's like our one thing you could say we missed. Like, I mean, there's other misses, but Caesar had Pepe in his DMs at 30K. So shit,
yeah,
man.
bro.
I was like, bro,
Yeah.
Where's my alpha? Also, like, if you ain't gonna call it, hit a brother up with some alpha. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Or at least
Yeah,
2 million. When it hits that, I'd be like, that's my range. $1 million+ is my range. So you know I'll buy.
Yeah, and that's a good range, and I want to shout out to you though, because that's a good range. I mean, look, when I got into Korra, it wasn't because I knew Carnage was there. I didn't know he was in there until I got in there, right? I was looking at the chart and I was seeing the health of it, and I decided to join a TG, and I joined around maybe the 100K range, but they were already going through their battle when I got in. And what I mean to say, by that example, is that you're watching, right? You're doing your due diligence and you're watching to see what the community does, how it reacts, the distribution, right? You're checking off your boxes. And literally I did that with this crew. And when I saw Carnage here, I was like, oh, okay, I know where this is going. And shout outs to you, Carnage, because I know you, Squid, Liz and Zeppelin, right? There was a handful of people that when this first started off, it was a typical soul project, right? And I don't mean that in the sense of narrative or who was behind it, right? I mean that in terms of like how you have a high engaged pump and then people take too much profits and they try to sell off them, right? But the only person that was left, right, at the core, right, or people left at the core was Carnage, Squid, Liz, and Zepp, right, and a few others, right? and they held it down from 30K. It dropped all the way down to 30K, and these guys made it personal. They made it super personal, and I saw that, and I said, you know what? I'm that kind of guy too. I'm all in, and that's when I ate the bag, right? And then I started supporting and started helping Carnage out with getting the word out, right? Because you need to reward hard work, and I don't care what anybody says. I know it's hard to trust projects and trust people, but when you see someone hustling the way that Carnage does, it's easy. It's easy to get behind and rally the troops because he's sacrificing all of himself and his finances and everything put up. So it's like, hey man, you want to put up 10K? I'll put up 10K. You want to put up 5K? I'll put up 5K. You know what I mean? It's easy to back that because he's showing up and being transparent. So shout outs to you, Carnage, and the rest of the crew, man. You guys have been holding it down. Man, this list is thick on this update, dude. It's like last night, Maurice, like straight up, dude. Like going through this, we have new milestones, right? We have Korra community videos. We've been on TikTok twice already. We've been on YouTube. Yon World supporting us on YouTube. Casey supporting us on TikTok. If you don't know who Casey is, he was the person that called Myro really early. He made a couple viral videos for Myro when it was in its infancy. And look where Myro's at, right? So we got some of the same players at the beginning that Myro had, really wanting to see this succeed. Obviously, we got Kid and Walt spaces that we were on yesterday. We have another one on Sunday. That's going to be an ongoing thing. Coco and Pinky are in from the Shitcoins Are Fun family. They've been in our group, rallying the troops. We also got obviously Papa Stonks and the whole MMKK group. I mean, their group is super phenomenal. We got Master of Memes supporting us too with True Trend and Magnum Bot. I mean, we got all these groups that are in our TG and in our project. They all bought a bag, and that's the beautiful part about it, is you have organically CT and devs. I mean, even crossover, like Carnage was in Xer space yesterday with crossover, and if you guys don't know who crossover is, he's dev of X, right? And that right there, like, man, like that's phenomenal. He's a world-class dev. And for him to shout us out organically and want to be a part of this project and congratulate, Carnage and the community on what we're doing is amazing. Obviously, Brothers Marketing's with us too. Been in our TG. I mean, we got CMA with you guys today. We reached over 2,400 holders today, right? And we touched another all-time high just on this AMA at 4.2. Like, we survived and thrived through it, if even of the last 8 days. So, I mean, if you need any other explanation as to why you need to join this community, I don't know what to say, because I'm getting dry spit. I'm getting fucking dry spit because it's not stopping. It's not fucking stopping. Like, we just literally were on Gotbit spaces about 15 minutes prior to coming up on here, Caesar, and we were letting them know because we have a meme contest we're joining tomorrow. $50,000 one where Gotbit will throw 50K on our chart if we win, right? I jumped up there with Ricky.
Let me know when that goes live too, so we can make sure we get the repost and stuff up.
Hell yeah, let's do it, Maurice. See, but again, you guys see that it's easy to back up people who are doing things transparently, right? That's cool, man. We appreciate that, Mason. That's live. So like, look, we were legit on Gotbit spaces.
Gotta make sure I get 2 votes in for you, one on Caesar's and one on my own personal account.
Hell, let's fucking go, bro. Let's fucking go.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Hey, not to mention that
man.
Hey, what's going on, Maurice? What's up, bro?
Yeah, what's good? I saw you said you fell asleep in VC or in the community last night. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, man. I run my own business as well, and while I was running my business, I was still raiding throughout all day. We raided all the way till 5 a.m. I fell asleep. Woke up at 8 o'clock. Get back into the VC. Was talking over with the community, letting them know that we have spaces this morning. I'm still here. I want to piggyback off what he was saying about when you send someone like Carnage. You don't see too many individuals of his caliber actually in the field with us. He's in the field. He's literally in the field all day, 24/7. Like, I watched this guy literally stay up 36 hours. 36 hours to the point where he was.
By the way.
He wasn't even speaking English anymore. He was speaking in cursive, bro. Like, you have to basically tell him. But when you see dedication like that from an individual and he's not even a dev, but he's a big face of this project. And when you see people like that, it really makes you want to get on, strap up your boots and get on and start doing the things that he's doing, and inspires a lot of people. I just want to come on here just to say that I'm gonna let different continue on with the with the AMA, but I just want to come on here and just let you guys know that listen, we are really serious about this. If you want to come over to the VC, if you want to ask some questions, you want to chill out, it's open 24/7. It's always at least 30 or more people in there of all time zones.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. There was there was 28 yesterday when I joined at 6:45 in the morning. So respect. Like that's it was like 6:40 a.m. I jumped into the community, I just wanted to jump in and say what's up, kind of hang out a little bit. But I was on the end of my fumes, and you guys were like pretty much 30 deep in the VC, and I was like, holy shit, I need to go to bed, but see you guys soon.
Yeah, full tilt, full tilt, and I appreciate you, Squid. You've been rocking in this project, since 30K. You know what I mean? And it speaks volumes to the dedication that all you guys have had. Because you guys could have sold. You guys could have sold a long time ago, bro. You guys could have sold a long time ago. So it really speaks volumes to how the support system is here. And if anything, the education that you're giving these new holders, because there are people who are scared, right? There's people who are scared every day to join projects. They throw in, their max bid, or what you want to call it, whether it be a soul or 10 soul, right? Whether it be 50 or 100. They're worried, right? They want to know that their shit's back. But when you see a community like this fucking thriving, dude, and they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and they're in the boxing match with you, bro, it is a fucking easy hold. Like, I go to sleep at night. I'm comfy if I get any sleep, right? But, with this community, you can, right? You fucking can. Do we? Sometimes not, because we just like to be live with the crew. Just like Squid, he was supposed to sleep. He didn't sleep last night. He stayed the fuck up, But we give each other energy. We give each other energy, and I think that's the coolest thing too, is that we keep giving each other energy, and we feed off that, and we keep passing the baton to each other. So, man, I mean, I can go on forever about the accomplishments that we've made thus far, but man, that sheet is going to keep increasing because we're only getting started. I mean, look, this project's only a little over a week old. We've seen what Honk did, right? Honk is literally becoming a mid-tier at this point, right? They passed over that hump. It took them 2 weeks to get to a kiss of 20 mil, right? If anything, I think they're over 20 mil today, but it took them 2 weeks. We're following that same kind of trend line. You guys see the patterns here that it takes for communities to thrive and pass up and hit milestones like this. And it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of sacrifice. It takes a lot of finances. But when you have guys like Carnage and you have this group that's rallying behind us, when they decide to do it, right, you want to make sure you're in. Make sure you're in, because these guys, man, they like to have fun. They like to have fun. And when they do, that's when it starts to get dangerously good. And I'm just happy to see everything happening for everybody that's been in here, and it's continuously, accumulating or obviously whatever risk tolerance they have, continuing to buy up whatever they want, right? Or whatever they can. So really, we have so much to look forward to. I think the only thing I left out, right, was obviously the GotBit partnership that we have, obviously, because we're participating in their meme contest tomorrow. They gave us a shout out. I can't list all the CT influencers that we have, and I hate using the word influencer. I'm just going to say CT backing, right? Because it's so thick, man. I mean, we got Dr. Crypto that even just called us this morning.
They're more like friends, bro.
Last night.
Different.
I know, they're friends.
They're more like friends and family. They're friends and family that work with me on different projects, different times of the year. The last one we done was GOG that ran to 200 mil. Before that was XRP, 120 mil. So the track record of us being in the same token is proven. Like our proven track record is there. You guys can check. Like if 10 of us from the same group push a token to 200 mil, like this is still early because some of them came in a bit later for those tokens. So they're all in early with us from the start. And this is just a little warm up and teaser to where this can go.
Exactly.
I'm not going to stop, and I've been grinding, and each and every one of I was like taken aback as well, because each and every one of them knew what to do, and everyone volunteered to do those roles, like be a mod, shield this, get Twitter, get their contacts, get graphics. I have a graphic team full on 24/7. I'm doing PFPs for everyone. I have I have Ricky for the theme songs. We have connections to everyone and everything. Sexes in the works. Um, yeah, so you name it, everything you can think of, with 10 steps ahead. So I want you guys to realize that this is not no degen play. This is an actual investment, and we're not staying here for 2 days, 2 weeks. We're trying to go all the way. So yeah,
And that's
that's
what
all
it
I gotta
takes is
say.
what you're doing, Cartage. That's what it takes is what you're doing. And an ode to that, when you say volume, right? We haven't even seen a lick of what volume is going to come to this coin. We successively the last 8 days have had over 1 million volume consistently, and that's very nice. Don't get me wrong, but we haven't even touched what kind of volume that this is gonna see, right? Some of your top tier coins, right, in the 10 to 20 mil range, mid tiers right there, and then the top ones like Bonk and Myro and even Whiff, right? They see it upwards of like 10 to 20 million in volume a day. So we're literally in our infancy right now. So if you guys think that 4 mil, right, is a top, or that's how, like, you have no clue, like, because the volume hasn't even been there in its truancy. We're just getting warmed up. So it's exciting.
And what I like to add is that you know how when you have a lot of communities, when they see dips, they panic, they sell, they worry about, oh, look at the red chart. The crazy thing about this community is that when they see dips, they don't panic. They use it as an opportunity to accumulate. Like, we've dipped. I remember one well sold, right? And he thought he was going to just drop the chart, and it went from like 2.7 to 3 million to like 600K. And with the support of a lot of us, here in the community, it was eaten up. Every time it dips, the dip only lasts literally, and I'm not just blowing shit out of my ass, but excuse my French. It literally gets eaten up within 5 minutes, literally. And to see a community that strong and that convicted is very amazing, especially in this day and times where people have been in the bear market, they lost a lot of money. When they start seeing their money start to go up in their wallet, they're ready to sell. A lot of people are like, you know what? No, I see where this project can go. I see the community. I come in to the TG, and every day the VC is flooded with at least 20, 30, 40, 50 people any given time. So when you see stuff like that, and when you come on there and you come into VC and you hear us having fun and educating people on finances and security, it's amazing. It makes people feel like, you know what, I love crypto again. It's giving those old 2020, 2021 vibes. I feel like, when you get into this project, you don't feel like you was even in the bear market anymore, because what we're doing is recreating what crypto used to be. And then you can come into our community and talk about other coins in the VC. It's okay, because it's big enough for everyone in the space to eat. So what we want to do is we want to bring people into this project, and we want them to be able to change their lives. We want to bring hope back into this space. For all the things that you lost in this bear market, for scams, rugs, or just community giving up on projects, we want you guys to come and feel like, you know what, crypto. I've left crypto, but you know what? I'm gonna give it another chance, and I want to recreate that feeling again for you guys. So, once again, thank y'all for letting me come up here and talk. I'm gonna just pass the mic on, but we appreciate you guys for always supporting us, and we're gonna just keep on rocking.
And Maurice, I don't know if you heard Ricky's anthems so far, but man, I'm on my shit listening to fucking Ricky's music, bro. Oh my god!
Drop one of those in.
I
don't know if you
play
guys want to maybe
for a bit?
have that be the closing piece of the AMA, or if you want to drop a little bit of a teaser kind of now and then have it be our send off.
I'll do it now because this has to be heard. Here we go.
Korra the Explorer, on the chance waiting on $1 million floor. Where my dogs at, calling all my dogs. Where my dogs at, calling all my dogs. We on a mission. We on a mission. We on a mission. I can send it. We might send it. So send it. Korra the Explorer, all the eggs coming for me.
Right, that's it.
Sheesh.
Let's go.
Sheesh.
For real, Ricky wrote that shit hard, bro.
Yeah, no, I like that one. Yeah, Ricky's got some good jams. I can't lie, I've seen a few different artists, and the two that I really like in the space are Ricky, and then I don't know if you guys know. I know Squid knows Sash, but I don't know how many other people would know Sash.
Oh
Yeah, so
too.
somebody, yeah, Sash is that guy, and we supposed to be linking up soon.
You know what it is, Ricky, and I'm speaking
Alpha.
from an engineer's perspective, and because I've been in the music industry, you know how to be in a space that can be corny and not make it corny. Like you make it fucking cool, bro. Like that.
That's my game.
Like you feel me? Like
That's literally my
yeah,
game.
you're a genius.
And still leave a little bit of corniness in.
Yeah, but still, yeah, exactly. So it's genius, bro. It's fucking genius. I love it.
Shout out to all the DJs.
Hell yeah. Well, Maurice, like, what else do you want to know, man?
I was gonna say, you guys have been just killing it. I mean, for this one, it's all you touched on the narrative. You peeled back some of the layers behind that, and like I said, we've seen. I don't know what Myro launched like first week of November or something like that. Maybe even October. I don't even know what day it launched. I should, but I didn't read the write up I put.
I think you're around that. It's around that area.
Yeah,
you're in
so
the
it's
sweet
sometime
spot.
in then. But like, how many just basic Myro knockoffs have we seen since then? Right? Like, how many of those have there been? And that's why I like what you guys are doing, because you took some time, you found a narrative or an addition to the story versus just the story itself, version 2.0, and are trying to build up. Again, obviously, there's some great connections. There's some awesome kind of cross-community symmetry. You can work with that, but like it's your own story in a sense. So like that's why I like it. And I think why people, when you talk narrative, when you talk community strength, that's why people are probably get behind this a little bit more than they might get behind just a basic Myro knockoff. Although it can still do some numbers, it's not going to have the staying power like a separate narrative might. So yeah, just
yeah, I think the important part, and
go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Marie. I think the important aspect I think you're pulling out there is it's not a derivative, right? It's definitely not a derivative, and it's okay to have derivatives, right? We totally have been in many different derivatives before. It's tangible because it has its own storyline, right? Korra is her own dog in real life. It's Victor Bunen's dog. Yes, she's best friends with Myro, but there's still a lot of story to be unlocked with Korra. So it's really cool to see that, and just so you guys know, like Carnage has talked to Victor Bunin, like he responded to Carnage, and they're now in DMs, right? So it's yet to be determined on how he supports and where this goes, but let's just say like he's talking with Carnage, and that's a really cool thing. I think the last thing of marketing that I forgot as well, Maurice, was that we do have a billboard at Times Square. Right, that's consistently running, right, ads. So randomly, if you're in Times Square, you will see a dog. You will see Korra on that big screen flash right in front of you in cycles, and it's consistently running. It's not like it's a one-day thing. Like it's been every day for the past 5 days. We've had a Times Square billboard up. Really, really cool.
I mean, you guys again, like really, really good engagement, and like I said it in the early stages, it's I've seen it with a lot of projects. We kind of, you touched on it with Honk. You know, I joke that I've had some really lucky, you know, you got to be good to be lucky, but I'll say it's probably more lucky on the timing with like some of the posts and stuff I put up, because even yesterday, like, you know, I was slow getting the tweet together for Korra. I was in an AMA and MMKK with you guys, and then we were just hanging out, and we had the Kid and Walt space, and I was getting ready for that. So I was a little bit delayed getting my tweet up, but like, just funny enough, when it went out and hit Twitter, it was like right perfectly, it like that 2.2 million dip, and then just bang. So like, again, zero, like, you know, I'm not going to be out there be like, dude, pump that shit 1.0, ever going to hear that come out of my mouth. But it's like all about the timing, and the timing on that tweet and that post was perfect. And then we brought Honk onto the space on Monday. Again, 2.25 range, right on their first kind of solid consolidation period, and now they're over 20 million. So I'm like, damn, I gotta go get a lottery ticket or something, because like my timing and my luck right now on these players.
you and Kid and Walt, bro. You, Kid, Walt, and Carnage, like straight up. I don't know what it is you guys got in your pocket, right? But whenever you guys do call something, it does something, here, right? It's crazy. It's crazy as fuck.
So yeah, no, it's been really good, like timing, and like I said, you kind of are in that range, and you guys brought up Honk, but I agree, because that was the most recent project that we saw kind of bounce around that 2 to 4 million range for a couple of days, and when it hit that catalyst to push it over, I mean, it kind of hasn't stopped, right? So that's how plays run on Sol. If you showed that staying power in a sense of the community, and you guys are still kind of under that 10-day range, really good, really strong, stronger than any 10-day community I probably can remember, especially on Solana. I wasn't in Myro in the first 10 days, so I wouldn't be able to potentially speak to that, but anything I've been a part of since, you know, really impressive in the early stages.
And I just want to reiterate something too that your community already knows, right? And this is why I love being a part of YouTube Apes, right? Because I'm in there, you know, scanning, lurking, looking at stuff, and I've only literally like put one post up. I think it was a month or so back about a project, but I did my due diligence, and I like how you guys all do your due diligence with doing stuff. So, you know, the example I'm going to make is what you're seeing, right, with this chart is a baton pass. Right, you guys see the liquidation of holders that were early, or people that just don't know how to trade, right, or have never seen this amount of money in their wallet before, which is totally fine, right? But the baton pass comes, right, when you see someone sell their supply, someone absorbs it, that's going to hold it longer, because then they want to see that 2x or 3x, right? So this is how charts. Healthy charts are done. You let them leg up, and you educate the community, and you let them know what's happening live, because when you do that, then they better understand what's happening and how they can either, one, contribute more or participate to help, you know, the chart keep legging up itself. And we've been talking with our community, like, hey, we know everybody is not made of money. We don't care if you're not able to DCA on the chart to keep legging it up. But what we do want you to do is to keep getting the word out there. Keep inviting your friends over here, right? Keep bringing in the good alpha groups, right, that are actually going to hold. And if someone sells for 2x, so be it. We don't care, because at the end of the day, we know where this is going, and the community and CT has decided that this is the next one up. And if you guys don't believe me still, it's the same guys, right, at the core collective that pushed XRP, that pushed Cock, that pushed Grok, right? Like, all these projects, right, are solidified by this core collective that have pushed it from the bottom this way. So, you know, like I said, not financial advice, but financial advice. I hate to say it that way. Obviously, DYOR. I'm going to utilize all the acronyms I can, but at my heart, because I'm not a good trader. I suck at trading. I've lost way more money trading than I have than just playing a conviction. I am a conviction player. And when I see projects like this do what they're doing, I'm all in. And I want to contribute, and I want to showcase how I can help. And this is me doing what I do best. And it's helping. It's helping. I'm helping. Squid's helping. Ricky's helping, right? Like, our core collective and community is helping, right? The greater community is helping. And that's how you make charts send, is when the community comes together and they offer up solutions, right? And they offer themselves up. So shout out to you guys, Maurice, Buck, There's a pleasure being at MMKK and presenting to you guys in there. It's a pleasure presenting to you guys here. I hope to see you guys more around the TG. Community absolutely respects your guys' group, and they really, really love that we have this AMA with you guys today, because it's been one of those things we've been wanting to do. Obviously, everything's all timing, but we love to see you guys around. We're going to be doing more spaces with Kid and Walt this weekend. I think we have Coin Merge on Monday, and we got Bit tomorrow, obviously with the meme contest. We'll make sure we get that tweet out to you guys, so appreciate your guys' support with that. And yeah, we're just going to keep grinding. Like, after we get off this AMA with you guys, we're going right back in our community. We're going to open up that VC. We're going to play some fucking Korra Lova, some Miss Monique, everything that Carnage loves, right? And the community is starting to absolutely go apeshit over. And we're going to keep the fucking train rolling, because it's a project in its infancy, and we see the potential of where it can be. And it's not going to be at 10 mil. It's not going to be at 20 mil. It's not going to be at 50 mil. It's not going to be at 100 mil. We're not calling the floor. What we're saying, there's no ceilings. No ceilings, right? Shout out to Lil Wayne, but no fucking ceilings. Because literally, sky's the limit. When you have no fucking ceiling, right, and you don't put a name on it, there's no expectations. You're just having fun. There's no telling where it can fucking go. And I feel like the bonk community, that's what they did right, right? The whiff community, that's what they did right. The Myro community, that's what they did right. And all the other players that are starting to see that success of breaking out past the 10 mil range, they're not putting a name on it. It's kind of like when you're dating, right? Like when you're dating somebody, like, and things are going well, don't fucking put a name on it yet, right? No expectations, just have fucking fun, right? And that's where we're at. So let's just have fun with this shit and keep growing. And we appreciate you, Maurice and Buck, for having us here.
And my closing statement is that
yeah.
For a lot of individuals, if you guys felt like, look, if you felt like you missed the run up on other projects, listen, not financial advice, do your own research, but we've been constantly telling people when we were trading sideways between 1.7 and 2 million, hey, grab a bag. And I understand some people have been rugged, and I get it, but what happened? We just shot up. So we're telling you this again, not financial advice, your own research. You want to come into the TG, ask questions. You want to see how we're moving. Action speaks louder than words. Grab you a bag, just let it sit, and just enjoy the ride. Maurice, thank you.
Squid. Carnage wanted me to read this for the community inside the AMA, Maurice, if I can. Carnage's message, right, to you guys is thanks for backing him up and backing up Korra. He said he has your back as long and he'll always have yours if you have his, right? He wants everyone to eat. You trust everyone here to win. He's not going to stop. We've all been grinding together, and know that this is still way early and we're super undervalued, right? And we deserve a higher floor. So let's keep working. Let's focus on the bigger picture. This could be your ATM machine, and I really like when I think about that analogy. Like, it really can. Like, you can come here, right? And on a set day and pull out $300, $1,000, right, from your ATM, right? A play where you can draw money monthly and take profits responsibly, right? That's what he means by ATM machine. So hold, chill, and have each other's backs. Protect your investment, and it will take care of you. He hopes everyone's on the same page because he doesn't want to be anywhere else. And he hopes that you don't want to be anywhere else, right? So ask yourself this in final, like, are you obsessed? Are you as obsessed as he is with this team? And are you ready to fucking send it? Because this is very, very early. So join us over here at Korra. You'll have a fucking amazing time. We're full fucking tilt, guys. We are full fucking tilt. We are crazy. We're fun. And it's beyond the quote unquote meme, because we're not a meme token at this point. We're graduating. We're becoming a solidified project because no one can ignore the amount of noise and the education that we're giving out in space. And he just said right now to me personally, he'll throw out another $100,000 into marketing if he has to. He doesn't care at this point. He's like, Carnage, I hate when he says this, but he's like, I made great money in this space already. I just want to pay it forward. He literally is showing that. He's fucking showing that. And I like, it's hard to understand from an outsider in, right? You're like, why would this guy throw another 100K at marketing? But he honestly really cares about this project and the people that are supporting him and have his back and are pushing with him, because he really wants to create a fun, successful project that people can change their lives with. And I've seen it happen before. He's done it with other projects. And this is just going to be another one of those, right? That he's going to contribute to this space that's going to change people's lives, along with the collective that's helping to support this. So I just wanted to point that out, Maurice, in closing. Those are Carnage's words. I know he's not feeling very well. We wish you to get better, Carnage. We're here with you. I know you're absolutely not going to stop. You're going to be in TGVC with us no matter what. But please, brother, get your rest. You got the troops. The core troops are here right behind you, and we're going to fucking send this shit with you, brother.
Well, I can see that. Thank you. Appreciate you.
You guys have been killing it. I know I love to see that Buck's been helping out with some connections and whatnot behind the scenes. I mean, he's done a really good job, with what he's done with Chart AI, with some of their marketing and everything. So, he's starting to develop a little bit of a niche for himself, which is great. And yeah, I know, another friend of mine is kind of helping you guys out behind the scenes, and OG here at Caesar's Calls. So yeah, I love some of those connections. That you guys have helping you. I guess, community building, we touched on it. Just keep showing up, keep staying active, making noise. Any little sneak peeks, little tidbits, you guys, little breadcrumbs you want to drop for us today before we maybe move to closing statements and wrap up? Drop me the meme contest. I'll repost it, and then, I'll see you guys on Sunday in the Kid Walt show. I'll see you guys Monday on Coin Merge. But if you guys have anything that you're dropping in the space and you want me to tune in and listen, so show some support for 10-15 minutes, just drop me a DM. If I'm online, always happy to kind of pop by.
Man, we appreciate you, Maurice. And Buck, man, is Buck still here? Yep, Buck. Hey, shout out to you, Buck. I know we spoke to you at MMKK. Really appreciate you, Buck. Really appreciate you.
Gosh, you guys just don't know. Thank you, guys.
Well, I'm still working on some stuff behind the scenes for you guys as well. I just reached out to a couple of those guys that you really want, so hopefully I'll hear something back soon and we can get some more big names cooking.
Man, tell Ice Knife and all them boys just to jump in. Fucking holy shit! It's beyond me at this point. I know we're making so much noise. All these guys can't ignore us. I mean, like I was telling Carnage the other day. I know there's some guys out here, and it's no knock to them because it's business. It's always business first. Look, I come from the corporate world. I always want to get the business done first, and then we can have fun. But man, and I hate to use the word stupid, but you'd be stupid not to grab a bag and just show your shit. You know what I mean? Because it's so early. It's still early, and I'm almost thinking some people haven't called this yet because they didn't get the entry they wanted. But that's okay, because this is still a low entry point. Get the entry, and it's very easy to chill with this community and have them raise the price with how crazy they get. So shout out to you, Buck. Shout out to you, Maurice. I already know that there's some crazier shit that's going to happen because there are people that are jumping in that didn't jump in yet or haven't even called this yet. So we're making the noise, and we'll deliver as a community.
Like I said, the narrative is the overall narrative, the kind of that meta subset that it fits in has been really strong. And I mentioned, and I alluded to, one of the reasons why I like this is because you guys did take a little bit of extra time peeling back the layers and finding kind of your own way to create a story alongside what's been an effective narrative, and having that real life connection just makes it a little bit stronger as well. So it's cool that you guys took maybe a little bit of a longer approach in terms of it's harder to read back and follow a narrative and understand it to develop a product or a brand around that versus just picture of a dog, name that sounds like Myro, and just launch it into the space, right? So I like that you guys were meticulous in that sense. And yeah, you've definitely picked up a lot of people all along the journey so far. It's still early. I'm excited to see what you guys can do because Sol has been crazy lately. I honestly don't know how to predict it, but you guys are right in that sweet spot of that 2 to 4 million range right now. And if you break that, not financial advice, that's not what we do. But if you break that, we've seen based on past patterns and trends, it can be really powerful. So, exciting time, I think, for everybody in your community, everybody here who's maybe hearing about Korra for the first time. But yeah, for me, I don't really have anything else. You guys crushed the presentation. like super easy to
Thank you for having me as well, Maurice.
And yeah, like honestly, it's just you guys are a great team to have come by for an AMA. Super easy to host, a lot of energy, you get right to the details, you touch on the important parts, and I think everybody sees if they look at any of your posts, the social engagement is ridiculous for a project that's less than 10 days old. So
Maurice, not to cut you off, like even right now, if you look into the TG, they're rating nonstop right now while they're still attending this AMA and having the VC rank.
I just drop a shield ball right now. I'm still here.
on
1.2 mil in trade volume in the last 2 hours or in the last 24 hours too. That's
yeah, it's been, what's it called? You've been trending on like the Master Memes True Trend service a lot.
Every day, yeah, I paid for it every day. I paid for Soul
like
Trending every day.
Their founder Ken, him and I, like, you know, after that space we had, him and I jumped on a call. We were on the call till like 7:30 in the morning last night, just shooting the shit and talking. And he's like, I even put up a post because we were talking about Twitter and engagement, because like I love to write long posts, and I feel like people would rather just me write very small amount of details because it's easier to read. But I'm like, nah, man, I want to show a little bit more, because for the people that actually do take the time, what is going to be found in that post is going to be so much more valuable than just like a quick post. So him and I were chatting, and he's like, dude, their community is so strong that even I put up a post about Korra. He's like, I have like almost 4,000 views on it. He's like, my posts never get 4,000 views. He's like, so I know as a fact their community is very strong, and he's like, I'm happy to try and support them. And he's like, they've been killing it on the service. So like, I'll just say, like, people are taking notice at just how strong your engagement numbers are. Like, narrative aside, engagement is really impressing people. They could know nothing about the project or the brand, but when they see those, like that level of traction, they're more willing to look deeper and be like, oh, what's that? Shit, this thing is, holy cow, look, like 2K views. Holy shit, there's 100 posts on this, 100 comments. Like, what's going on there? What's this about? So like, yeah, you guys are doing really good. Keep it up. And I think, as we've seen, that's the biggest catalyst. You know, other things will happen, but those other things happen because you guys keep doing that work.
And don't forget,
that, Maurice.
And don't forget, guys. Shout out to Crypto Ken. If any of you guys got a project, please go check out the True Trend bot. Please, it's amazing. And then go to Master of the Memes. Go check out Moms. Go in there, buy a bag, hold it. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you, Buck. Thank you, Maurice. I appreciate you guys always so much, bro.
Let me just jump in on the True Trend bot as well. The True Trend bot caught Korra at 60K market cap. So yeah, that's some alpha for you.
Damn. That's a nice catch.
Yeah, and I think to even follow up on even trending in general, if I'm not mistaken, Carnage, because we were in MMKK Spaces talking with even the Shield dev, right? He let us know that, I think we did over 800 shields in a over. I mean, obviously that space was 2 days ago.
It was 4 days, yeah. So, in a space of 4 days, he said we done. I don't know. It's Caribou. So I know Caribou for a long while now. So I know him since before he even launched Shield. But what he told us was after 4 days we were top 3 in rating since we launched, and we covered like close to 800 to 1,000 shields between that 4 days. So yeah,
insane. That's fucking insane, dude. That's insane. That's like 100 shields a day, dude. That's like 100 fucking shields a day. That's fucking insane. There's projects out there that are lucky to get, I don't know, maybe 10 or 20 a day, because the community just gets exhausted, right? This community does not slow down. They're like asking when the next shield is going to come up. They're like, who's got the next tweet? Who's got the next tweet? Right? Let's shield it. Let's shield it. Let's shield it. And they will not stop. So that, like you said, Maurice, the getting the word out there, like that's what it takes to really push this forth. And that's free marketing. You don't have to spend any money on that type of marketing. So we've tapped into a nice bootstrap, right? If you want to call it that, to make this project, be very lucrative for a lot of people joining in, even now,
And again, for I'm kind of like different in my levels and my approach, and I jumped in my row at 5 million, and people were like, I mean, most people again, they'd be like, "Oh, bro, you're late, so late." I'm like, okay. And if you would have said that to me then, I'd be like, all right, well, we'll see what happens. And then if you would have said that to me, 2 months after, I would have been like, was I late? I don't know. Did I miss it? Did something happen? Did it go up from 5 million? I don't know what happened. Right. So I get it. Everybody wants to be early as you can be, but somebody's got to buy after somebody else. Otherwise, there's not going to ever be any volume on a play. So I think, if people got more into focusing on what the project's about, what's upcoming, what the strength is, and less about, I need this market cap for my entry or I'm not buying, I think the space would be a lot better off. So, a lot of people are learning because charts are too difficult to predict. And, if you like something, maybe just take a shot at it sometimes instead of waiting, because, I'm tired of hearing the stories where it's like, oh, I looked at this for whatever and I didn't buy. I'm like, why not? Why were you looking at it for so long with no intention of buying it? Like, right. So, yeah, again, you guys are doing a great job. And I think, like you said, if people see what's coming, they see the socials, they watch these trends on Sol and how these types of projects have run, hopefully the mentality with you guys moving forward as you continue to stay active isn't like, oh, we're late. It's just like, oh, shit, look at this community, look at this project, let me check it out. So, yeah, for me, that's what it's been about with Korra. And yeah, you guys have impressed me and definitely earned your spot here in the AMA. So great work. I'll see you guys Sunday and Monday, and yeah, just drop me that tweet whenever the meme contest goes live with Godbit, so we can make sure to get some additional traction built for you guys around that.
Much appreciated. The Korra community loves you guys, and we appreciate being here. Carnage, you want to say the final word since you're the man with the master plan? I know you're not feeling well, but I'd hate to close it out without you having to say.
Let's just say, whatever losses you've made, whatever gains you've made, doesn't matter. This is a new play, coming fresh, coming to a fresh TG, where everyone has a different mindset. I just wanted to set the culture from the start, where everyone had to earn their marketing, earn their rights to get a team to push this hard. Because people were begging for a good team, people were begging for good funds. This is zero tax and all that shit, but I have the funds. I don't give a shit, but I will spend it all if I have to. But if you don't earn it, then there's no point. There's no point. We like this. Everything has to come together. Community, team, and moon. Community, team, narrative equals moon. That's the only thing that's gonna happen eventually. So that's all I gotta say right now. I can't really. Yeah, I'm a bit drowsy because of the meds, but
don't worry. I know you don't sleep that much to begin with. So if you're under the weather, I can only imagine. I was dealing with that for it felt like 10 days on and off, feeling good one day, the next day, because you felt good. The first day, you're like, yeah, I got all this energy. And then you run yourself thin. And the next day, you're like, what is going on?
Yeah, I was fine 6 hours ago when I was in VC with all these guys doing raids.
You had so much energy last night on the space and in the MMKK AMA. You were a vibe. I mean, you brought the vibe today for sure. With the music and everything, I really had a lot of fun. Even Buck was just like, bro, the vibe is dope here. He's like, they just moved the community VC over and, added some more members. So I was like, yeah, it's been a time.
Yeah, I think we'll explore the next couple of hours or days, but in the meantime, we'll just keep doing what we do. Hit down, grind, and your heart will come true. That's my aim for this token. A real life ATM, crypto ATM. If you guys get what I mean, that's the goal. to send this token so high that it becomes an ATM for you.
No, again, I love the mentality, man. People are obviously jumping in to support you throughout the space. It's nice with different communities kind of get together to support, a token run by somebody like in our position, right? So, it is really cool to see, and, keep it up. I know people who have been talking about this one, been watching this one even before we jumped in here at Caesars, have said some good things, and really hope that you can push this one, man. So I know I'm in the same mindset. Obviously, you having a win is like a win for everybody. So keep up the good work. To yourself, to Squid, to Ricky. Different over there. Really love what you guys are doing. You have a phenomenal vibe as a group. So I think, if you guys go into rooms, people will really connect well with you. Just keep the energy high, keep the community vibrant, and, who knows what the future can hold for you guys. So, with that being said, always make sure you guys are doing your research, joining the community, and staying active, listening for those announcements and those updates on their socials. Best way to keep track and stay in touch with projects that you hear and like that come across, Caesar's calls for AMAs. So, again, love the way you opened up the day for us here on the channel. Bullish start to the Friday. I mean, we always get a little bit wild, a little bit fun here on Friday when we kick back after the recording stops on the AMAs. So, yeah, what we'll do, maybe I'll kick up a little contest with Buck or something. We'll drop that for half what I normally do in the giveaway. We'll time it out tomorrow or something. But yeah, we got a couple little random listener prizes to get through. But one last time, I will give you the mic to close out on behalf of the Korra team. But from my end here at Caesar's Calls, really enjoyable AMA. Metrics on your socials are like top tier for a project that's at this stage. And from like the chart, like you guys are really in that area where you can break out like crazy if a few catalysts happen. So, not financial advice. I do have to preface that, but, based on trends and patterns we've seen, it's a really exciting time to be just getting eyes on Korra. So, thank you guys for the time. I'll pass you the mic to close out, and then make sure you guys turn your speakers down, because I am also going to unmute Walt. So you never know what volume is coming off the mic at.
In closing, what's up, Walt? In closing for the Korra community, I just want to say, and I want you guys to come close to the speaker. Just come close to the speaker. I won't yell at you. I'm going to politely just tell you this, all right? This is the same team that sent XRP and sent Grok, right? Same team. All right, that's it. Join the Korra community. We're having lots of fun where we're at. Love you guys. We'll see you guys in the TG. Appreciate you, Maurice. Appreciate you, Buck. And we'll see you guys around. We're just having tons of fun. So appreciate you guys having fun here. And we're here to answer any questions for you.
Good evening, sirs.
What's going on, guys? What's going on, Korra family, man? Just catching up with you guys, man. Seeing everything that's going on, guys. Look at, yesterday when we were talking about the chart with the momentum and everything. I mean, look at it's literally just the buy pressure is so much there, and right now it's just primed for everything that we see that's coming with the team, the community. They've been nonstop, guys. So I mean, if you really just pay attention to the vision and the community's doing, how they're marketing, how they're getting things together, guys. I mean, there's just no brainer what's about to happen here. But yeah, man, just definitely wanted to come by. It was an amazing show last night. I'm still like, damn, went to sleep almost by 2 or 3 in the morning, had to wake up again for work. But man, guys, I love what we do here, guys. It's just, that's, how bad do you want it, baby? And Korra right now is looking like one of the, strongest communities that are building right now, on the way up to, that 8, 9, 10 million mark and more. And I'm going to create a FOMO. You see it in the, just the volume. It's just been so consistent, guys, just raw and organic. People are building up because they know what's about to come together, man. But yeah, man, just want to come together, baby. Let's get it, Korra. Let's go. Myro's best friend, baby. Let's get it.
Walt, you guys do a great job. You know, the space last night was a lot of fun. First Thursday for me, you know, obviously same energy level. Doesn't matter what day of the week it is for you. Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, doesn't matter. Walt's always fired up. And yeah, no, it just was a blast. You guys had a great lineup. You know, we saw projects like Korra smash a new all-time high. I know Masters of Memes, you know, crashed a new all-time high as well after the space, as some of the Korra whales like started jumping into that community. So yeah, like again, it's, you know, you guys are really starting to build up that collaborative feel and have been for a while. And yeah, that's what the space is all about. You know, if for a long time it was way too siloed. Everybody was just like, no, this is my candy. Like get out of here, get over there. You know, stay on your side of the room. But I think now everybody's like, man, like, you know, this we've been through the ringer the last year, kind of in a sense, the way that the market conditions have shifted. We've been kind of crapped on by, you know, some of these institutions, manipulated by, you know, these larger governing bodies. And I think now everybody's just kind of like, fuck that. You know, we got to stick together as people who are kind of just like on the retail side, everyday individuals. And yeah, you know, it's been nice. I mean, personally, that's the way it should be. That's the way people grow and move forward. But you know, it's slowly taking shape. And yeah, like what you guys are doing definitely helps you know, bring that together. So, you know, one final time, big ups to Carnage and the whole Korra team and community for what these guys have been doing in just, you know, less than 10 days so far. And, you know, I'm excited to see what the weekend holds. Seems like there's a couple of big spaces and marketing ops happening. And, you know, make sure you guys check our Twitter tomorrow if you're listening. If you like Korra, you want to show some support for them in their Got Bit meme contest, we'll be reposting that, and, you know, make sure to throw them a vote. So yeah, you know, other than that, Carnage, I'll give you the final word, and then I'll wrap the recording, and then we're just gonna hang out. But if you have to jump, take some rest, whatever, man, you know, don't hesitate to do so.
Final words. Stay real and true to the people that's around you and working with you. That's all I gotta say.